Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I have missed you guys this week. I feel like I haven't seen anybody other than in chats. So, hello. I hope everybody is having a great day. If you are new here, my name is Cache. This is my channel. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. And I am here with a lot of lovely people. So I'm gonna let my bro Grayson start off with his intro, and we just gonna go. Okay, so I got it right this time, right? Listen, so we're gonna go Grayson, Lauren, Charlotte, Amber, Nikki, the Naked Firefly. Okay, let's do it.
Hey everyone, what it do? I'm Grayson Wild and I write with pride. I like diving into fantasy in the warm mugs of coffee. Speaking of which, coffee. Today I'm going to be working on my fantasy and working on Project Shadow.
Cool. I'm Lauren. I write poetry, fantasy, and paranormal romance. And today I'm going to be working on some character sheets for a fantasy series featuring Greek mythology.
Ooh.
I'm Charlotte Armstrong. I write a bit of whatever and everything. Today I'm writing my sort of space opera action space series, which I've dubbed Project Space, because I'm trying to finish the first book. And yeah.
Sounds exciting.
Hi guys, I'm Amber Kraft. I write paranormal romance, and I don't know if I'm even gonna work tonight. On my book. I got videos to edit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just here tonight. Screw it.
And I appreciate you so much for being here.
The heating pad. I'm like feeling good.
At least you're
here. Oh goodness.
Sorry, I had to finish getting Noel's dinner done so I could set her in the living room.
No worries.
To eat her dinner, so.
Nicole, always see your eyes. Ooh.
There you go.
Merry meet everyone. I'm the Blind Mage. I write dark poetry, fantasy, and the paranormal. And tonight I'll be finishing up Hunted, the first novel in the Mortal series.
Okay.
I'm the Naked Firefly.
Wait, who's after Nikki?
I'll be working on a short story and trying to get my life together over here at 4 a.m. in the morning while my sister laughs at me. That's all right. That's okay.
So here's the thing. I'm not laughing because you support me so much that you're up at 4 in the morning. So I'm not even laughing. I'm not laughing at all at the fact that you're up at all.
Oh no, I know you're not laughing. I know you're not laughing at that part.
It just makes me giggle that like intros are still like hard for all of us at some point. Like we all still. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying.
Like, what do I say?
Right? No, I get it. I get it completely.
We've been on here how long, and we're still like brand newbies.
It's a thing, right? All right, so let's get into these comments and see who we all have here. We have Spence here first. Yes, ma'am, you were first. Devin, it's not a stream without Devin. Steven is here. Hey, Steven. Hey, Charlie. For those of you guys who don't know, Charlie has a YouTube channel and he actually has a podcast that he's going. So if you don't know, you should go check out his channel. Learn how to be a patron on his Patreon so you can get on there. Because who he did an interview with is me. And we got a part 2 coming up for the video or for the interview because we had so much to talk about in the first one. We didn't even talk about the stuff we were supposed to talk about. It was just a whole thing, and it was amazing. And I'm truly a fan of his now. I'm like of hers now. I'm like, I like what she has to say. I like her outlook on stuff. So definitely, y'all go check out her channel.
Shay.
And Spencer saying, you lot better be hitting the like button on your way into. I feel that. Go ahead and give it some love. Caress it, tap it, whatever you need to do. Just give it a little love. Hi, bro. If y'all don't know, Sid has a channel where he does a lot of awesome things. He does unboxing. He talks and uplifts the community. And y'all, he has a timer that in a few minutes we'll be using. Oh no, that's Kevin's channel. I thought the thing was still up. I'll show y'all again. Let me show y'all this beautiful little timer. Here we go. Ain't it just beautiful and purple? Just beautiful and purple. Like God intended the world to be beautiful and purple. Hi, Mary. It's nice to see you. Hi, Glory Writes the Blues. I love your avatar. It makes me want to write a short story. Like I have like a whole story in mind for what she's thinking and going through. Like I love it. Hi, Hudson. I don't think I've seen you here before. How are you? And it looks like there is a lot going on in your avatar. Where are you? I got questions. I'm a photography person, so if you didn't know that, I'm just letting you know I'm gonna look at your avatar and have questions that need answers. Hi, Alicia. It's nice to see you. I'm so used to seeing you over in the Australian author, so it's nice to see you on my channel.
I like her avatar too.
Listen, I was the third to hit the like. Let's show Cachet the love. Hey, all right, Glory, I see you. Hey, Arthur Morgan Lee, how is your 10K a day going, or is it 5K a day? It's one of those that you have going, and I got questions about how that's going. Like, let us know in the comments. Hi, Stephanie. For those of you guys who don't know, Stephanie had her first live stream this week. I was in the comments. It was great to be able to support her, so definitely support her. Definitely check out her channel. Thank you. Okay, so I have the hair for today and tomorrow, and then I have a hair appointment on Saturday because I'm doing this retreat. So y'all gonna see a whole nother set of hair on Saturday. So just be ready for it. Ooh, Sylvia, how are you? Hello to you.
I want to wig like that.
You said what? I mean, I can put something together for you. Let me work on something. I'll work on something. Hey, Kaylin. So, Kaylin, I haven't forgot. Your birthday is coming up. I got it written down on my little notepad. Your birthday's coming up, and it's going to be during one of my live streams. So, I already got your birthday banner planned. We got Sarah in the house. I don't think I saw somewhere that Sarah has a book coming out. I think I saw that. Sarah, don't you got a book coming out? Hi, Mercer. It's so nice to see you. I know I've gotten to see you in the comments and other streams, so it's so good to see you here. Let me make sure I got through everybody. Mercer saying she loves Greek mythology. Jeannie, how are you? It's so good to see you. How is Calico Winghorse? I gotta ask. Hi, Dal. It's nice to see you here. Wendy is here, and she says Greek mythology is so much fun because it is. Matilda is here. Is it Matilda or Matilda? I always wonder if I want to make sure I'm saying it right. As a person with a name that people don't get right, I got to get other people's names right. But it's nice to see you here. Oh, dang it, jumped. Yeah, the cover is beautiful. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. Thank you for being in there with me. Let's see. It jumped on me, so I missed somebody. Let's go back. We got writer Sam Wicker. It's so nice to see you. Y'all know her in my purple. We got a love relationship over here. Yeah. Charlotte pulling double duty. Megan is here making sure she's saying hello to everyone. So Spence says she's going to be doing an experiment with legal recreational plants and doing a fifth draft edit for inspiration. I got so many questions. Y'all know me. I got so many questions. Sid wants the Naked Firefly to ship him some water. We do have so many lovely friends. Hello, Nicole. These streams are such an uplifting part of my week. I never commented but wanted to today. Thank you for this stream. Oh my gosh, that just made my day. And your avatar is beautiful. I'm loving all that melanin. Come through, queen. Come through.
I love the way the lights hit her face.
I know, right? Like she just is like, go ahead, glow. Go ahead. Sun just gravitating towards that smile. I love it. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Y'all, she is really so sweet. Like, I had the greatest time. And, of course, y'all know we had to talk about my lovely N.K. Jemison. That had to be a whole conversation. It was great. We got Raven Snow in here. Ooh, I like that name. Is that a good name? Raven? What do you write? I want to know more. I have so many questions. What genre do you write in? Do you have any books out? questions that need answers.
I mean, my guess would be paranormal, but you never
I know, right? It's so many things. Yaz's in the house. Go ahead. We got so many people from Australia tonight. I'm just like, yay! That makes me so happy.
When did you change your avatar, Yazza?
Man, he been changing it like every other stream.
Right when I get this one, he changes it on me.
Lick that like button, but with your finger or mouse. I love it.
Oh.
Yay! Ooh, Annie with the ooh. I had to shift in my chair a little bit. There's a
love that snake. So pretty.
So Sid says, so I decided to quit Ken Nano and I'll work on a short story tonight. Okay. I like that. And Grayson co-host streams with Charlie. Catch the replay if you missed it. It was a great stream. I actually have watched it twice now, so there's that. Phoebe Woods is here. Hello. Let's see who else is here. Oh, y'all over here talking about typing with your nose. What is going on? Alicia says, I forgot retreat is tomorrow. I'm hyped. Y'all, okay, so I'm going to be doing an extra vlog for y'all next week because I have decided to turn my living room into my own writer's retreat. So I went out to Dollar Tree today and bought like decorations and like a whole little backdrop, and I got me a little coconut to drink out of, and some, like I did a little bit. It's gonna be a nice little fun little vlog. Y'all gonna get to see me relax. I bought some new nail polish. I got some coloring books specifically for this weekend. I'm so ready. I want to make sure I didn't miss if Sarah said when her book was coming out so that I can put it on the screen for you guys.
September 1st.
September what?
1st.
1st? Okay, awesome. September 1st. So, for y'all who don't know, Sarah's book, yep, here we go. September 1st, Sarah Keefe's book is coming out. Definitely keep up with that. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. So, yeah. It's whatever you want. No, I want to respect you, ma'am. Tell me how to say your name. I snorted and chopped when you mentioned Calico. Hey, I be paying attention, right? Hi, Jay. I'm so glad you could make this one too.
Yeah. Ooh, I love the butterfly.
Is that a tattoo? It's really cute. I like it. Angel Ree is here. Hello. I always love how cute your avatar looks. I hope you're having a great day today. Hey, Eva, you're not late. We haven't even got to the first sprint because I got to say hi to everybody and talk. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah, Shay, I don't think you said what you were working on.
No, because boyfriend just hopped into comments. I had a whole thing that I was about to say, but hi, boyfriend.
Hi, boyfriend.
Hi, boyfriend. Are you trying to get yourself on mute so you can say
Yep.
Boyfriend.
That's a still Malice Thumper Zone.
Y'all are so silly. And we got Sarah blushing so hard right now. Hey, you know me. I'm going to support. If I know you got a book coming out, I know you're doing something, I'm going to try. So if I don't shout you out and you do have something, please don't hesitate to reach out to me because I might not know about it. And I try to, but I can't see everything. I only got 2 eyes, not 4 sometimes, which reminded me that I don't have my glasses on. So that's going to have to change here in a little bit. Don't nod your head at me. Don't nod your head at me. The boyfriend is here. Hit me up on IG or Facebook tomorrow, Cache. I'll let you know how bad it goes. I have so many questions. Petra is here. It's so nice to see you. Petra, where is this picture taken in your avatar? I'm curious. Yeah, I have questions. It looks really beautiful. It just makes me think of Greece, so it made me want to ask.
Oh.
Miss Barbara is in the house. For
Hey,
those of you
Barbara.
guys who don't know, Miss Barbara has a book coming out, The Final Harvest, right, on August 1st. And okay, make sure I'm right. So we want to shout out Miss Barbara because Miss Barbara is an amazing part of the AuthorTube community. She is a big supporter, and we want to support her book coming out. So along with her and the Naked Fireflies book who is coming out, I will be doing a reading vlog for both of those to show my support. So definitely check out those books. I will be posting the links to those in the comments so you can click on that later. Where else? We did. Okay, we went out. We did. We did go out. You're right. You're right. I'm not saying we didn't. I'm just saying we had a great time today. It was amazing. I enjoyed
Right.
myself.
I mean,
The reason, you know what? We took a dang nap. Y'all know I like my naps and I have to have my naps. So we took a nap,
Naps are
and
the
that's why the
best.
stream went up late because I was napping. Napping,
Oh,
actual
my
napping,
God.
not
Okay.
code word napping, actual napping.
You know,
Just
I
That's why
was
reached out kind
He
of like,
said,
tonight.
I
Are
was
you napping?
literally texting you as you gave us the link because I was like, "Girl, done fell asleep again."
Man, so no,
You guys are
actually, no
cute,
lie. I was wide awake for like the hour up, and me and him were having a very, very intense discussion on
About
business
what?
practices, and how to be professional in today's corporate setting of YouTube. So, because of that, I was like, okay, you got 20 minutes, babe. Go make your thing. Turn on the computer. Computer want to take 5 of those 20 minutes to get ready. And then StreamYard wanted to take another 17 to do its stream. So that's why y'all didn't get the link till like 3 minutes before it started. But it doesn't matter. We made it, right? We made it.
Yep.
I'm stuck on the fact that he wanted you to change that W or that M to a W. Like, no, you were not the only one that went out. You went out. I love it. Hi.
We did go out. It wasn't a.
You guys are cute.
79
I love you,
Caroline.
baby. You are awesome. The best boyfriend in the world for everybody to know. Okay? Okay. Matilda says she finished my 79-page outline. Okay. First of all,
That's a
79-page outline, and I'm juggling 2 novellas and my epic fantasy novel. Okay, can we just give you a round of applause? Because I'm not doing no 79-page outline. It's not happening. I don't even know how you did that.
I'm sitting here trying to think of what you could possibly
She's a machine.
put on 79.
Man, right?
Mine's
Y'all
barely
need a
5,
machine.
and
No,
it's already
she's the
too much.
machine. She's the machine. Bonnie Phyllis says, couldn't help myself. Hi, writers. And Mercer says, I'm in Western Australia and it's 10 a.m. So that's why there's so many of us. See, so I need to do this more often, apparently. I have to do nighttime streams so I can get some international people.
You do this
Yay.
Here, they said, hello, just made some cocoa and I'm ready. I'm ready too. I'm ready too. Okay, y'all. So we about 20 minutes in and we ain't done a sprint. And I'm trying to say hi to everybody before we do it. It is. There's a lot of people and I love it. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi, Christina Reeds. Hey, it's probably the cutest thing I've ever seen. Aw, thank you. I always mess with my sister about her boyfriend. Yeah, they give me a hard time about my boyfriend. I stole it from Pinterest. I can't take credit for the icon at all. Hey, it's a good Pinterest still. I'm so here for it. Yes, Ms. Barbara, we got to show you some love. There are so many books coming on. Congratulations. Now let's make the world go round. Preach. That was a whole word. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Hi, Carlos. It is so nice to see you and come through with the beach as your avatar. I want to take me to the beach. Take me to the beach. Yeah, baby. We had to talk about business practices, didn't we? Discussing business practices. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? I can't stand y'all.
That was the part I wanted you to hurry up and get to. Your boyfriend said,
y'all get on my nerves.
I was like, if you don't hurry up and get to that.
Y'all are childish, okay? So boyfriend says, hi, y'all. This is him saying hi to all of y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all are also sweet. All right, I'm ready for this. Grayson talking about professionalism. Ooh, it's a whole word, right, y'all? A whole word. Okay, so we got a timer up. So I haven't told y'all what I'm going to work on. I, too, have decided to quit the project that I was working on for NaNo because those characters don't want to talk to me. They ain't got nothing to say to me. So these other characters have a lot to tell me. And for those of you guys who don't know, tomorrow I am dropping my first short story on my blog, Penelope's Curve. I'm super duper excited for you guys to read it. It will be in the description box for the video that goes up tomorrow, so definitely check it out. And with that, I will be working on the edits sent from my editor about that project so I can get that last little bit fixed and perfect for you guys. So that's what I'll be working on tonight.
Can I tell you, I didn't get a lunch so I could read it yesterday, so I came home early not feeling good today, and I read it, and I love it. Because you're all
Damn,
nervous and
that's some
shit. I
dedication
love
right
it.
Yay!
Yeah.
I haven't read the second draft yet because I've been focusing on.
Oh no, I
Imperial
understand.
Blood.
You got other stuff to do. No problem. I get it. I'm so excited for y'all to read it though, because it's my first horror short story, and it has
I
went through
enjoyed it.
multiple drafts, and it's been to alpha readers and beta readers, and now the editor, and I'm like super duper excited. So yeah,
I'm excited to see what changes you made to it.
yeah. I got a few things. So Penelope's Curve will be a collection. So it'll be a collection of short stories that surround this man-eating ghost. Yes, yes, yes. She is the chef in the kitchen. She be whipping it up and whatnot. So with that, let's go into our first sprint because we 20 minutes in, and I didn't mean to wait 20 minutes to do a sprint.
Look at that pretty
We getting
timer.
4 sprints in. We getting 4 sprints in, no matter what happens before I go to bed tonight, because I have not written any words.
She going to end up telling us to shut up by the end of it.
I know, right? Crazy stuff. All right, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, sprint!
No, he's not.
Nick, you're not muted.
I muted it for her. No worries. All right. How did everybody do? Let us know how you did in the comments. How did my co-host do? I dealt with some other stuff, so didn't even get. I think I got like 2 words in. I don't think I got anything of value in today.
I didn't get anything in yet. My computer's being a little slow, so I'm still waiting for my documents to pull up, and I'm like,
1 hour later. If only there were a way to like give your computer coffee.
Hi, Noel.
Hi.
Oh, no, she saw you on the screen. She's just been saying, hi, Cash, over and over and
Hi,
over.
Noel.
I went down a research rabbit hole.
What were you saying, Charlotte?
I got tea because I have tin pens and I wanted to be able to slam them properly. And then I started rereading what I wrote yesterday and realized I missed a bit. So I went back and started making adjustments to add in another section before I go to the end of where I left off. I think that makes sense. I don't know.
First of all, that fox is too cute. That fox is like adorable. Aha, fox sake. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I received the next section of chapters for The Healer's Love, and I started reading through for proofreading. Yay!
Are y'all waiting on me?
I'm about to say it's a whole bunch of people who ain't said what they did on this screen.
Okay,
So one of y'all should go.
Okay. I started reading the draft 3 of Penelope's Curve and did not even go to my short story. So I'll be ready for the short story the next one.
Okay, now I'm nervous because you're reading it, and I know you're reading it right now, and I got questions and stuff.
My eyeballs are still trying to wake up, so give me a moment. I might actually have to go back and start rereading it again.
I mean, it is pretty early your time, so you get a free pass.
This is true.
Tell Nikki her mic isn't. Nikki, your mic isn't connected.
Oh no.
Yeah, I tried to unmute you, but it said your mic. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't do any writing. Yeah.
Is that a doggy? Did I just see a doggy?
Yeah, I don't see a neck.
Oh snap! I just saw a doggy. Mine are behind me asleep.
Now move the camera down.
That better?
Oh,
Cute little doggy. So we had a few people join us. We had the ADHD writer, Rebecca. I don't know if you guys know, but she started her channel and did her first video earlier this week, and I got to go comment on it. If you have not liked, comment, and subscribed, go check her channel out. First of all, y'all, she is an amazing painter. Like, I have checked out her video, and then I checked out her Instagram, and the girl can paint her tail off. So y'all go show her some love. We also had the beautiful Nicole join us from the Philippines. It's just so great to see you here. I'm so glad your internet was working so you could get here. For those of you guys who don't know, Nicole also streams. The time schedules on those are a little off right now. So what you should do, so you know you don't miss it, is go subscribe to her channel and hit that notification bell. If you did it, then you know when she's streaming, you wouldn't miss it. So there's that.
I don't know. She does stream pretty early in the morning for us. So.
Right, because she's in another time zone. But for those our international people, she might stream right on time for y'all, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, for me, it's after work when I just get home from work, so it's perfect timing.
That's
So I've got
perfect.
to jump on a bunch of them.
A bookish obsession just joined. Hope I'm not too late. You're not too late. I don't know if you saw, but I did send you an email. Let me know if you got that so we can collab, because me and a bookish obsession are doing a small author-tuber tag that we would love for all the people on the screen to do with us, because of course we need to get our numbers up, right, y'all? Like, we got to get some subscriber stuff going.
Let me
Autumn
know. I'll
said,
do it.
you said what?
I said, let me know. I'll do it too.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. See, we got people trying to do it with us. We got to get these questions together. So for those of you guys don't know, Autumn actually streams as well. I have not been able to catch one of her streams, so she is telling us when they're coming. So definitely check this out. She has one tomorrow morning. I will definitely be in the comments tomorrow morning for that one because that'd be like 6:30 my time. I'll be awake cleaning up and getting my retreat on. So yeah. So we just opening boxes of pizza on screen like that's the thing to do.
Touche.
That okay, Grayson. That's just what we do now. Okay.
That
Mercy
evil
got
laugh.
100. Mercy got 115. The protagonist is about to speak to the antagonist for the first time via phone. Ooh.
Dun, dun,
Devin
dun,
saying hi to Noel. Alicia said I didn't get many words in, still trying to organize these next few chapters coming up, slowly making my way to the midpoint. Spence says 375 words and have already turned 2 paragraphs into 2 pages. Lord help me. Oh, goodness.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's
Good
did
ending,
go by really fast. So that's what we're going to hit up another one here in a little bit. Wendy Scribble says I started to make coffee and got a snack and took pictures of my new puppy. Is this on Instagram? Is this on Instagram? We have to see this new puppy.
Did I
We
hear
have to see this new
you
puppy. Is this the whole thing? Like, I need to know.
grabbing the phone?
I have questions that need answers. I have questions that need answers.
I will.
And the chat jumped so fast. Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. I was right there. Okay. Petri got 145 words and a nice shower. Okay. Come through, Bionic.
Self-care.
I know, right? And he got 61 words, but did some research. Hey, that's good. And your avatar makes me like want to shift around, like the snake could be coming through the screen. I don't know why. It's a whole thing. Sarah proofread 6 pages. That's awesome. Writer Sam got 366 words that time. Ooh, and it's a leap year. Go ahead and get 1 word for each day of the year. Nicole said she's completing her freelance job and then will start her 10 scene day challenge. Ooh, I want to know more about this challenge.
Yeah.
Glory with the Blues is making dinner: cheese ravioli and marinara, pesto, creamy spinach, and garlic toast from a slice of homemade bread. So you trying to make me hungry? I see.
Exactly.
Yep.
A bookish session said got here the last 30 seconds, so got nothing done. Mary
But you're
just
here.
spent this whole.
Yeah, that's a start.
Right, it's still a start. Mary said, I just spent this whole spring constructing the scene card on the wrong timeline and it glitched, so I had to delete it.
No.
Gonna have to start that one all over. Plotter is cool, but also frustration. Oh no. I know you were liking it, so I'm
Okay.
interested to see how you feel like as you continue to use it.
I'm gonna see if y'all can see this puppy. Let me turn my brightness down. I'm gonna show it for Wendy. I'll turn the brightness down. So let's see if we can see. That's the puppy.
Aww.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
4 months old. Got it from the shelter. Named him Bruno. Oh,
That's so awesome. That is so awesome.
I was like, I know I'm friends with her. I'm gonna find this post.
Right.
Chatty boy, what are you doing?
Oh.
Charlie says she got 158 words and a lot of research about the President's Day blizzard of 1978. Little do people know the dark magic that caused it. Ooh.
Sounds interesting.
Let's see. I'm trying to make sure.
I hope you feel me looking at you, Grayson.
Mary says, oh, well, at least it still counts as my 5 minutes of editing Shadows of the Past. I love that name so much. Devin says, I remember 1978. My tonsils came out that year. Sid said, not many words, but I was talking to my sister. That's awesome. It's always great to talk to your sister. And Nicole has something special for the Naked Firefly next week, and we can't wait to see it because next week The Healer's Love comes out on July 22nd. We're so excited.
Let me know when you come down from your hype and your month-long vacation so you can jump on my podcast.
The Quiet Adventurer says they got zero words. We got distracted on what to do after graduating high school this year. Ooh, that's a thing. Grayson is salty. What type of salty though? Is the question. Mama is here. Being late it is not even a thing. We're so glad that you're here. She said, also, my room smells horrible and I don't know what it is. Ooh,
Oh no!
don't you hate when that happens? Did you hate that? Like, yeah, no, that's when you gotta clean up everything. Why are you dying? It's true. You're very talented and your avatar is super cute. Like, girl, I'm gonna give praise where praise is due. If you're good at what you do and you're talented, I'm going to say that, right?
Yeah.
Shanita is here. Hello. I'm late because I was asleep, but I am here now. We are so glad that you're here. Mercer posted their first video yesterday too. So go check out Mercer's channel. If you haven't, go check it out. I will be checking that video out here soon. It might not be during the stream, but it'll be before the weekend is up for sure. I'm gonna go check that out so that I can add that to my list of to-dos for this weekend. Oh, Bookership said you had your first live stream today. How did that go? Tell us about that. If you don't know, Bookership Session has live streams. It's a whole thing, right? Jay edited 2 pages and added a few words to the overall word count. It's not a tattoo, but from a pencil holder my mom made me for my birthday. But as a tattoo, it's a really good idea. Gonna do that now. Ooh, I can't wait to see that.
Mercer did her author tube tag. Have to watch that.
Ooh, her author tube tag, nice. Charlie said she's in. Author JC just subscribed. Yes, because it's such a good video.
Me too.
I would love to do the small author tube tag. See, Bookish Obsession, we gotta make this happen.
Yes.
We gotta make this happen because we got a lot of people who want to do it. I'm so glad you guys want to do it. My face hurts from smiling. Also, I checked my email right now. Yay! What were you saying? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Lauren?
Oh, Nicole was asking what it was, and I said you and the Bookish Obsession were working on a small offer tube tag.
Yeah, we were like, let's do something to bring the community together. Those of us who have small channels and want to be able to find each other and get to know each other a little better. So that is the plan.
I'll probably say I'm going to do it and then not do it. This is what I do with literally everything in my life.
I'll definitely do it.
And we got to see Wendy's pictures on Instagram. Is this for mental health? Is the stream for mental health? Is that what you're asking? I'm not sure. Today is not a mental health stream. Saturday it will be a mental health stream. I actually am going to have to ask you guys to help me pick a time for Saturday because there's so many things going on. I don't want to overshadow anybody else's thing, but I don't want y'all to not get yourself carrying either because that is definitely important. So it's like a whole conundrum for me. Nicole says, today is where I would challenge myself to write 10 scenes. Don't know if that's a good idea, though. Hi, Heather. It's so nice to see you. If you guys don't know, Heather streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so definitely give her channel a check out. See how you like it and get in there and get your words with her. She's also a freelance editor, so remember that if you're looking for somebody. We got the puppies. And go to bed. Get your self-care in. Do that. Get your sleep. You can always watch the replay.
Yep.
Body is planning her... Right. Bonnie is putting her TBR list through the end of August. Ooh. Sarah said, I'm making ramen and toast. Weird, I know. Hey, it's fine. Do what you got to do.
Hey,
my mom crave weird things.
My mom took ramen and turned it into a casserole. So weirder things.
Oh, wow. That's different.
Hi, bye.
Hi and bye. Bye, Heather. I hope you have a great night.
Bye, Heather.
Bye, Heather.
Ooh, these sound interesting. Okay. Lots of firsts in the YouTube community this week. Guess that's what happens when Mercury finally goes out of retrograde. Funny stuff.
Can we make something else go out of retrograde too?
Man, right? Words of the Web is here. Hello. It's so nice to see you. I'm excited for Evergreen tomorrow as well. And Mercy says, now I'm hungry. I'm going to make some noodles. Man, noodles are just so clutch. Like, they're the most clutch thing for when you're hungry, right? Super
it's
duper
simple
clutch.
and easy and delicious.
Right? Right. I definitely make noodles today. All right, y'all. Let's get into another sprint at the top of the hour coming up. We'll be there. So this will get us to, we got 2 in an hour. That works with all the chit-chatting and going through the comments. I'm proud of that. Good
timing for this sprint. Noel just got sick of me and ran away.
Oh, and here I was wanting her to be like, "Go!" out of nowhere
Yeah,
because it's too
because,
cute. It always makes me smile. Like when I go back and watch replays and I hear Noelle's voice, like saying "Go," it just is the cutest thing ever. All right, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, sprint! How
Dang
did
it, I
everybody
didn't
do in the
Why did it
comments?
scare me?
Oh,
I
I'm
got through
sorry. I
several.
didn't mean to scare you. I apologize.
I
I
didn't
got
get
through
any
several
big
more
time.
pages.
What, Grayson?
I fell down a rabbit hole.
No.
I meant
Yeah,
to look
that's
up
what
one
happened to me.
thing. I went on Pinterest and I started diving in, and
Yeah, that's what happened to me during the last sprint.
How much you say you got, Meadow?
I got through 6 more pages, I think, of proofreading. Yay.
I got tea.
Ooh.
And was it hot?
Actually, it's very hot to the point I cannot drink it right now. But I see where you're going with that.
And
Go
then we
ahead.
get a
Do,
cold
do,
cup.
do you see where do you see where I'm going
I
with
do
that?
see where you're going.
Do you see?
But yet she didn't sing the song.
Oh,
Well, I'm waiting for everybody to get through their words. So if all y'all would tell us how y'all did in the sprint on the screen, then I can get to the song.
I gotta be salty about it.
A little bit. Cause Lauren, you've been coming for people all day today. You just been like, every time somebody says something, you done had something real quick. So I had to be real quick with mine too. I had
I
to
don't
be
know what
real
you're
quick with
talking
mine
about.
too. I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
I got about 100 words in that sprint, so that's pretty good. Happy with that.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, let's go. Let me make sure I got everybody. Ooh, Matilda needs help. Name help, please. I need a scary, intimidating name for a guy. And go.
Grayson.
I was gonna say Lucius.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of overdone. Well, it's Lucian. Overdone.
Did nobody ask you to try to scare people?
Sorry.
Nobody asked you to try to scare people at all.
Marcus.
My villain's name is Dick, so
I was gonna say Marcus, but that's the name of one of the characters in my book. I was like,
Same
no,
here. Yeah, I got a Marcus in one.
What'd you say, Gracie?
he said carrot.
Did you say carrot?
Did you say carrot? Ha! Okay, so on that note, let's get to these comments.
Well, hey, hang on. It's not too bad because Ashley took that and made Karen. Karen. Something like that. I'm
Karen, carrot, either one is hilarious to me. For a self-care day, early morning, no one is awake, and the quiet allows me to just turn my brain off for a couple hours. Interesting. Okay. I live in the city and live in an area made of several apartment complexes. It's hard to go for walks here. I had to get a new phone recently. My thought I tried to pick up kids. I must have missed them, smashed it and ran away. Made me crazy. I've been home. Okay. So you're talking about going on walks to help your creativity. I understand. To help me when I'm feeling burnt out, I will read, I will draw, I will paint. Painting helps the most. Like watercoloring helps the most. And I get ideas just watching the paint like spill across the page. So maybe that might help. I'm not sure. And he says, I hit 3,500 words and changed my avatar. I hope you don't mind a picture of my sleeping puppy. I don't, even though I still see a little snake. I don't mind pictures of sleeping puppies at all. Exactly. Maybe something with the retreat coming will help. Tomorrow, Dana Garland is hosting the Feel Your Creative Well Burnout panel, and so maybe that will help you come up with ideas. There will be a lot of people on there talking about different ways in which they deal with that. So Nancy says evening. A book session says I started to outline my story. Ashley is at 1,658 for the day. That's awesome. The Quiet Adventure has 269 words in their new World War II historical fiction story. How many words for water and plants? Man, I give you all the words for that. because that'll be on my list of things to do this weekend. Words of the Web says, I'm writing on my phone, but I still got quite a bit done. Haha, I'm firing 2 characters from their jobs as idols while listening to a song about wanting to be an idol. Ooh.
I like the avatar though.
Right, I love her avatar. Megan got 127 words. I have to read some contracts to write my next part. Ooh. A bookish obsession says, for me personally, a late evening wind down. Tamama says 2:15, and as for Q1, usually only available at night, so I'm biased. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you spill tea, don't you, Sid? All the time, just everywhere. Just everywhere. Mary C is 136. I remember it's Mary, not Mari, and that's a cityscape. I remember that.
It's pretty.
The other Mary fixed that scene card and did 2 more. Q1, I vote evening. I'm not a morning person. Sarah proofread another 8 pages.
I'm not the only one.
The scene. What'd you say?
See, I'm not the only one that's not a morning person.
No, so it looks like a lot of people are saying nighttime. So it looks like I might be streaming for like 4 hours back to back on Saturday night. That's the whole thing. It looks like y'all go. It's because I love y'all that I would do that just for all of you night owls. That would be so much love. Shanita said I outlined a scene that I wasn't sure where it would fit, but it turns out it may work after all.
Ooh.
Yay for small victories. That's awesome. And StreamYard just jumped 173 words. This storm was no joke. I love world building. Yay for Charlie. She is kicking at booty and taking names. Caught myself, didn't I? Spence got 325 words, 1.5 pages now equals 4. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, Lauren has had all the shots this week.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sid. Start trouble.
Cache, calm down. I am. I'm gonna calm down. I'm calm.
Sid needs to calm down.
See, she coming for everybody. She not letting nobody live. Writer Sam says they got 268 and starting to wonder where my discovery writing is going to end up on my outline, if it will at all. Discovery writing and outlining, man, it's a thing. It's questionable for me for sure. Petra got 337, and then for question 1, I like evening. There's no way to accidentally sleep through it. Okay. A bookish obsession is at 1,300 words. You better go. Glory writes, I finished dinner for the win.
Okay,
Charlie says, Shady, you know, I used to do remixes back in the day, so when you want to record, okay, don't play, because your girl is trying to drop an album before 2020 is over, a little off the tube album for y'all to check out. It might only have, like, it might be like an EP, so only have like 5 songs, but it would be a thing. Devin made fruit salad. Spence says Chad. Ooh, Kieran. I don't know, but I like that name. So if you don't take that name, I might take that name because I like it. Jay got another 2 pages edited. Nice. I was not even planning to go to the retreat since I've not been writing even after filling out the survey for the retreat. Well, the retreat is what? Evergreen, meaning that it's going to be there whenever you are ready to work on it. So don't feel pressure to have to do anything this weekend if you're just not feeling it. But it is there when you are feeling it. And that is the purpose of this retreat, you guys. Charlotte says Dave. Ooh, Bonnie says Randolph. I like that. That's a name you don't hear often. I could see him being an intimidating.
I don't know about intimidating, but it's definitely a butthole name. So go with that one. I've only known 2 and they were both bad. Go with it.
Let's see, it said carrot, tomato, name a fruit or vegetable. I mean, hey, it's a carrots and tomatoes. Carrots and tomatoes. Oliver. Ooh, I like Oliver. Oh, you got to fan yourself on the Karens and tomatoes. Karens and tomatoes. Yeah. Carrots and carrots. Veggies are trifling, super trifling, but you know you gotta eat them. Glory Rice and Brews, late evening wind down helps me get ready for sleep. Okay, so it looks like evening has won.
Yay!
Looks like evening has won. So there will be a nighttime self-care stream on Saturday.
I did not vote.
It would be morning for you. What's your vote? Okay, let's hear your vote.
She don't care.
I care.
Y'all good. I thought about it for a second. Y'all good.
So it's. I'm not even going. Alicia, I feel like a morning hike would be self-care if I woke up early enough. Yeah, that would be. We need a t-shirt, veggies or trifling. Ooh, with a carrot and a tomato in the background.
Yes.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. 750 for water and plants. Yes, come through giving her 750 words for that. I'm with that. Ooh, Tobias. I like that. That's another name you don't hear a lot of. These are good name ideas. Okay, so here we go, right? Let's drop the beat. I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. 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 There we go. We got the tea song for y'all for today. And I'm going to say Charlotte with the teapot is the best thing ever. Like, I wish I had a teapot to do it while I'm singing it. Because, like, every time she does that, it's like, yes. Like, I want to stop singing to shout out the teapot because it makes me smile.
It's a matching set. Just saying.
So I think a bunch of night riders are probably going to vote for night self-care. You know, I just had to ask. All right, a book is not yet this stream. Okay, y'all, I did. Humble brag, I did remixes for Beastie Boys, Black Eyed Peas, Madonna, and you know you belong on that list. Well, okay then. Words of the West says, I say super British names are the scariest because Britain was the worst. That was funny. Okay. Oh, and it just jumped. Ooh, a bookish obsession says Randall.
Smith
says, I have an unfortunate relative named Randolph. Ambercraft assessment is pretty on point. The name Donald scares a lot of people right now. Devin always has the smartest remarks, does he not? Like, his remarks, you just be like, I feel like sometimes Devin just needs to add mic drop at the end of, like, the stuff that he says. Because that was like the name Donald scares a lot of people right now. Boom. All right, we got everybody talking about shots fired. Everybody, I understood that reference. Now I have a song stuck in my head. Beans, greens, tomato. Yeah, you gotta go. Thank you. Yes, Waves mug. Cheers, friends. Virtually Clinks mug. I love it. Ooh, guys named Variant or Xander. Ooh, Xander. I like the name Xander. I can see Xander being a villain. Ooh. Shadia says, grabs teacup from shelf and starts dancing with it. I love it. Matilda says, Zachariah, Lysander. Ooh. First of all of these names are crazy good.
Oh, Alistair's a good name.
Alistair is a great name, but I feel like Alistairs are always villains. I feel like that's a perfect villain name, so they're always villains. I'm leaning towards this J name that I can't pronounce.
I was wondering if you're gonna say it.
Jezereth? Jezereth? Like Jezereth? I don't know, but I like that name. That's the name I vote for. Chicken, turkey, rabbit, you name it! Y'all gonna make me choke on my pasta. I'm sorry. Alexander is such a nice name, though. I do like that name. Nicole says,
you gotta add a growl.
Cashier Warren will be singing a different one. I will. Jazz. Why did you just do that to us? Why? Why did you just do that? I don't understand. Cachet can't pronounce the name? No, I know, right? I be trying. I'm pretty good. Zacharias better listen. Okay, so we got a vote. We got a vote going on. So you guys in the comments help Matilda vote for your favorite name, and I'll leave this up while we do another sprint. We're on sprint number 3. Oh, I know y'all see this video up here. I know y'all see this video right here. It's got 22 views. I think we could change that, right? I think we could go to Mr. Sapak's channel and make that happen, right? I think he deserves a few more views on his videos. So, go ahead and
Yeah,
make that happen, y'all. And
especially after he made that pretty timer.
right, beautiful timer. Come through, timer, and sprint.
Hi, Paco.
Sweet.
All right. How did everybody do? Let us know in the comments how you did. How did my lovely co-host do? I went through and was looking at like my editor's comments on the story, and I realized that I don't think I expressed how the story is being told well enough because the tenses he's not like understanding, or it doesn't make sense because he changed a bunch of the tenses that don't need to be changed. So now I have to figure out how to reframe the story so that it comes off properly with the narrator. So there's that. So it's a little bit more work than what I thought I would be doing on draft 3 the day before, but it's okay. It's still going to be a good story. What about y'all?
I
Did
went
several
down
more
my rabbit
pages.
hole and I'm still in there.
No! Get out! Get out!
I added some Unknown Love merch to my Threadless store.
Fun. I stretched and got water.
All right, come through self-care. Everybody hydrate. Everybody grab something to drink and hydrate.
I took a sip of tea. I wrote a whole page, and then I got to the other side of the page, and then I got I had to yeah, that's all I got to say to that.
So did you finish Penelope's curve?
I did not get to because I know I'm going to need my brain to wake up, so I am going to finish it.
Okay. I was just curious.
No, I didn't get to finish it yet because I was like, wait, I can't focus. I'm still sleepy. We're going to try to get some words out first. But I am going to read it.
Noelle keeps bringing this over and putting it on my head. It's her little hat.
Well,
She wants
it
you
is
to
a
wear it.
darling. It's a darling hat, so I can see why she wants you to wear it.
That's cute.
How'd you do, Nikki and Charlotte?
I corrected one typo and then got very distracted by the chat and like putting responses into the question.
What were you saying, Nikki?
I said I didn't get anything done. I've been talking to Grayson every time we do sprint about magic.
Y'all just been lighting this chat up. Well, let's see what we talking about in the chat. We had Vicky Fox join us. Hey. So Vicky is one of those people who hit me up about another tag that we will be bringing you. The Black AuthorTubers tag. It is a thing. It will be coming out next month, so you guys will get to see it from our little corner of the world and what our take is on writing and our different processes. The questions, there will be 10 questions. They have been awesome to come up with between myself, the Naked Firefly, Grayson, and Sis Pack. It has been awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see those videos. And for those of you guys, if you guys know Black AuthorTubers or Black writers who are trying to get into the scene and have it, definitely should send them my way so I can send them the list of questions where we think it'd be a great way for people to get their feet wet in the AuthorTube community. So definitely let me know if you know somebody because we're interested, right? Let's see. Let's get through these comments. So we had a comment that made me giggle, and it was this one right here. So a name for a villain. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I think we all know who A-Bird is at this point, right? So I'm going to go through the comments of what everyone did first, and then we'll get back to the question. Because that's all. That's really good. So Spence got 333, 2.5 pages is now 6 pages. That's awesome. Gloria writes, ate dinner, and then did some quick medical research for a friend. This is fact said quarantined with the maniac is not working for me at the moment. Alicia got 335. Alley Cat got 24 words, ate some homemade chocolate pudding, and been distracted by a gaming YouTuber.
Fun.
How many points is remembering to hydrate worth? That's worth 1,000 points in my book, is all I'm saying. because it's a hard thing to remember. It's a hard thing to remember.
Especially since mine's water and not coffee.
That's true. You like your coffee.
Right, right. Because I mean, I could have coffee and tea like at the start of my day, but having actual water by itself with nothing added, yikes.
Yeah. I think that should be like bonus points for me.
No.
Right, Writer Sam got 224 and jumping over to outlining a new story idea. And he got 113. Ooh, Momo joined us. Joined in for the last sprint. Got 333 words in my outline and 300 words in a chapter.
Nice.
You better go. That's awesome. Words of the Web says characters have been fired. I now have to write some terrible parents being homophobic. Yikes. As much as that scene was suck to write, it is something that needs to be shown, right? Like it needs to be talked about. So I'm glad you're tackling one of those tough topics, and I hope that you do really well in that scene. And Charlie says, I did some art, wrote some words, and sent Cachet a receipt to prove I wasn't just talk. Oh, I believe you. Girl, I was not thinking that you was just talk. I hope it didn't come off like that. I believe you 110%. I do. ADHD writer got 100 and banana bread. Okay.
That's
Nicole
fun.
got 300 words and started the 10 scenes in the day challenge. Ashley is now at 1970 words for the day, also cleaning up some scene cards. Bookish Obsession is at 1412. Petra's at 290. Shanita had 315 or 115. That's awesome. Okay, now we can get to the answers to you guys' question, or my question, and you guys' questions for my question. Here we go. Grayson said, why is it so hard for people to write diverse characters that aren't just simply token characters? I think that's a fantastic question. Fantastic question. Matilda says, why must all diverse characters be sidekicks or villains and or killed off? Charlotte echoes that. When writing diverse characters, do artists think about how they are framing their narratives? I see all the time where the only gay character is the one who gets killed off, or other versions of this. Man, like the black person that dies at the beginning of every scary movie. Like, come on. Like, I'm so sick of that.
We had one who made it. LL Cool J.
Oh yeah, no, LL Cool J didn't make it. LL Cool J didn't make it to the end. He did. He made it to the end. That's right. When a character has a marginalized identity in your writing that you don't share, do you just drop it because it's not on Voices? In my series, the queen is bisexual, even though I am not. The queen is not a sidekick, and the second book is like 99% her. Ooh, that is interesting. I like that.
I say that don't drop it. Like, even if
Yeah,
you're
I
not
say keep
bisexual, if that's something about her, then you can keep it. I have a character in my book that's gay, but I'm not a gay man, so.
Yeah,
I
so
said in response to that one as well. If you're feeling out of your depth with writing experience that isn't necessarily yours, like bisexuality or something, do lots of research and look up, because there are heaps of people on the internet who are sharing their experiences and their voices.
And talk to people who you know that are that same thing.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So here is my thought process on that, and I have a video coming out that was part of the supplemental stuff for Evergreen, and I talk about diversity in writing, and I specifically say, here's my take on it. You can take it with a grain of salt, but we have people on this panel or in this stream right now who are diverse, and so if you guys disagree with me, please tell me. My rule of thumb is this. If you are going to write outside of your demographic, you need to employ sensitivity readers. If you're not going to do that, then you are doing a disservice to your readers and your craft as a writer. If you're not willing to do that, then don't write the story. Because I personally don't want you writing about a black woman if you're not going to go talk to black women about this story that you're writing. Because I'm going to feel some type of way. Because you can't know how my experience is if you're not black. You can't. Like, you can empathize, you can research everything you do, but you are never going to be able to know if you're telling that story accurately if you don't talk to a black woman.
Well, I have a follow-up question. Are you going to provide how to find sensitivity readers?
I am going to give suggestions on finding sensitivity readers. It is in the video. I also offer that as a service that I can provide to people who want that, specifically for people who are looking for black female content, black and non-neurotypical experiences as well as someone from a black Christian home who also had questions about sexuality. Those are things that I can read on a level for sensitivity reading. But outside of that, I can't read about it. I can't talk about it. So I'm not going to put myself in a position to say I'm a sensitivity reader for stuff I don't know anything about. So that's the other thing, is you got to also know that person knows what they're talking about. Like, I'm sorry, I really don't see you being a sensitivity reader for a character of color if you're white. Like, I really don't know how you gonna do that. Like, right. Okay, so that's my take on that. So it looks like everybody up here agrees with me that you need to employ someone from that demographic to read your work, because that is very, very problematic that people do. And that is an issue. And the only way to combat that is that. And here's my other thing that I say in the video. I don't want you to write a character that's diverse because you're trying to check a box. If every character you've written up until this point in your book is white and straight, you need to reevaluate what you're writing as the type of person that you're writing on another level. You don't need to take those white cis characters and make them black and queer just because you want to check a checkbox. Don't do that. Don't make our stories check boxes. Like, that's not okay. That's not okay.
You should only do it if you want to have those characters, not because
right. If that's how the character is supposed to be, do that. Don't be like, oh, I wrote like 10 white characters. Let me go add a black or Latinx character real quick so that it's more diverse. Nah, player, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Like, keep them straight and white. That's what you're gonna do. We'd rather you just keep writing in your lane than try to take like, for real. Here's how I feel. I would rather that you ask Charlotte, or you ask Grayson, or you ask the Naked Firefly, or you ask Lauren, or you ask Amber. I'd rather you ask us to write a book about our experiences than you try to write a book about our experiences and not do it justice. That's me personally. Like, and that's where I don't know if you guys have seen, but Lizelle Sandberry just released a video about talking about that time that she wrote a problematic book. And I love the transparency that queen uses in that video, because it takes a lot of self-reflection and introspection to be able to say those things. And then it takes a lot to be able to say that on a personal level for people to see and be able to judge you about, because nobody knew about that book other than the people that she had interacted with, so not anybody necessarily knew that she had done something like that, but it was open and honest for her to talk about it. And one thing that she said in there is, am I the person who should be telling that story? Am I taking away from someone in that experience who could be telling that story by taking up space that wasn't meant for me? So I think that's another thing to think about when you're doing this. Like, again, you wrote in your lane 10 white cis characters because that's your lane. That's fine. Instead of making 2 of them queer and 3 of them a person of color, I know Cachet writes people of color. I know Grayson writes queer people. I know Charlotte writes. Let me promote their stuff. Let me do that, because they're already doing it and they're doing a good job. Right. So yeah, that's Cachet spill. I went off a little bit, but
no, you're fine.
There we go. There we go for the whole diversity part, right? Let's see, what else do we have? Vicky says most literature about people of color, black people especially, are about our struggles and little else. We may get some BGM, but rarely any BBJ. Right. For those of you who don't know, BGM is Black Girl Magic, and BBJ is Black Boy Joy. Anyone writing or planning any happy narratives for black characters? Yes. There's always a happy ending for my black characters. There's always something good. They don't always come from the hood. They don't always know struggle. They don't always come from single parent homes. Stop it. Like, stop writing us like that.
Stop writing stereotypes.
Please stop doing that. Like,
the same for queer characters.
My black is not a monolith. There are 3 black people on this screen who have had completely different life experiences. Completely different. Yep. So yeah, Vicky, say that. You said something in your question with it being a question. Girl, gone. I appreciate that. Let's see, where were the other ones? Let me make sure I'm not missing any more. I'm sure there's like a lot. There's a whole bunch of comments. Okay. Y'all streaming.
I got my fan out now.
No, it's definitely hot in here, right? Charlie says, no, it's not like that. I just wanted to send you a sample of my mixing so we can get that album. You trying to make that happen. Charlie says, you said you're going to do this, and I'm going to make sure you do this. I love it.
They'll hold you to it.
Alicia says, my main character comes from Colorado Springs, so she definitely was a minority there. So I feel like she would definitely notice the difference. What was the part one? Okay, question one. I'm writing about a main character that is a person of color and goes to a world that has a majority of person of color characters. How should I do that without sounding like I don't see race? And then it's the second part is my main character comes from Colorado Springs, so she definitely was a minority there. So I feel like she would definitely notice the difference. Okay, so here's the thing. As a person of color, specifically as a black person, I notice every person of color in a room when I walk into it. It's the first thing I notice. I notice how many people are not white immediately. So if I'm somewhere and it's nothing but people of color, I'm immediately going to notice. That is going to be a huge thing. So yeah, I don't know black people who say I don't see color personally. I mean, I'm sure they exist, but I don't know a black person that says I don't see color, because how can we not? So yeah, so in that, I think you're fine. Like there is no how should I do that without sounding like I don't see race, because she's going to see it. She's going to notice it. It's going to be a thing. So I don't think you should worry about getting away from that at all. That's fine.
I think no matter what you're doing, if you walk into a room full of people or you get out of something that's different, you are gonna notice, whether it's race, color, creed, religion, like any of that. So
you're gonna
why
say
would you point that? Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to point that out. It's something you notice, and something like everybody notices every day. So why not just say it? Like, I don't think it'd be a bad thing.
Right, I don't think it'd be bad at all. Shalina Wright made it. You almost missed it. You are right on time. We're doing fine. Ears burning. So yeah, so my girl used to say if your ears are burning, somebody's talking about you. If your palm is itching, money is coming your way. There's a bunch of different ones like that.
Nicole,
we had two, Brandy, and I know what you did last summer. I forgot about that.
I forgot about Brandy. Yeah,
she made it to the end of that. You're right. You are right.
I hadn't seen that movie in so long.
The part adventure, sir. I hear your name is Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course. Oh, I'm not about to play with y'all. We are not doing the lyrics in this chat. We're not. Nope. We're not. No. I'm looking at no. No.
Why not?
We do have Claire. Claire joined us. I feel like I missed a comment of yours, unless you
let that Hamilton come out.
I'm not. Yep.
No. Don't tease me. I didn't say no. I know the song for that one.
Okay, own voices is important if you're going to be traditionally published, because publishers will count it as a diversity book if the main character is a minority character of any kind, whether the author is or not. And that is stupid and awful. Wait, catch her unit. Yeah, so I talked about this in the diversity panel video. If you have not seen that stream, you should definitely go check it out. So I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, depression, and PTSD. I also have a epilepsy condition, partial complex epilepsy. So yes, to answer your question. Shanita is saying preach. Pugs and Paperbacks, a new subscriber. Thank you so much for being here, says Facts. Versus if all your characters are straight and white, it is time to get out of your comfort zone and make some new friends. I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. I said, I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. That is a whole word. Charlie says, so if someone not from that community gets traditionally Polish with the main character from that community, it does take a slot away from someone in that community. Very true, American Dirt. Yeah, that's the tea there. Yeah, nope, we're not doing this. Y'all not doing this song to me. I'm gonna skip. I was pausing quoting Hamilton to say that I think Cachet is raising some excellent points. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Grayson says, my fantasy that I'm writing includes lots of black girl magic and black boy joy. It is a thing. If you have not searched the hashtags black girl magic and black boy joy, just to understand part of the black experience, the fact that these hashtags had to be created to create joy and positivity in positive images of black people is insane, right? It's insane. So you definitely need to check those out. You honestly, the other good thing is you find some really great pictures that make your day. Because I'm not going to say that seeing a bunch of smiling black men does not make me the happiest black woman in the world to see that joy. Because it does. It definitely does. Sarah says, my main character is a black character and I get a lot of smack for it by white people. They always criticize me for whitewashing my character because she doesn't have a ghetto dialect.
That's not whitewashing.
That's
not even the definition.
First of all.
That's not whitewashing at all.
Here we go. Here, Sarah, you want to send your book to some black people so that we can tell you how we feel about it? Definitely send it my way because, again, a white person saying how a black person sounds and how they speak, how could you know how we speak and what we say in that capacity because you're not us? Like, I hate that they did that to you, Sarah, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. Don't let them knock you off your pedestal, your horse. If that's the story that you want to write and you were doing a good job about it and you were doing your due diligence, you write that story and forget what they're talking about. Because, yeah, no. Right, I see. You got a bunch of questions. Right, exactly. Sarah, I don't know what they're talking about. Don't even. Sako says, being Asian American and pan in a witch, there's a lot of poor representation out there. There is. She said her book is high fantasy. Right, Grace says, that's annoying that people assume it's whitewashing just because someone black speaks clearly and not with the ghetto dialect. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
What is a ghetto dialect?
Right, I want to understand. I want to understand what a ghetto dialect is. Because if we're being clear, AAVE is African American Vernacular English. It is an actual thing. It is an actual connotation. There are grammatical ways in which you say things, even if they don't follow the typical American way of saying things. There is a verb and subject and verb agreement. There's everything that goes along with it, just like any other form of language. So when people talk about ghetto dialect, first of all, ghetto has nothing to do with black people. White people live in ghetto. So let's start there. Like, just that whole sentence just was triggering for me, Sarah. So I can understand you being irritated by that for sure. Alicia says, thanks. I'm glad that we can help. By the twitching of my thumbs. By twitching. Yeah. Hamilton for the win. Why is it that some popular books with authors provides vague references to a character's race, ethnicity, or sexuality in the aftermath instead of outright saying it? Okay, I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be piping hot, almost boiling at this point. Like, I hear the tea kettle in my ear right now. Vicky says, when your experience has been colored by the color of your skin, it's impossible to ignore. I do notice how many people look like me in a room. More than that, after whatever experience, I notice. And there's a part 2. Okay, the part 2 hasn't come in yet. Oh, what is partial complex epilepsy? Okay, so the type of seizures I have, it looks like I'm daydreaming. So instead of what you are normally used to seeing as far as convulsing and those things that people are used to seeing, it just looks like I'm staring at you. And that can be very, very hard for a lot of people to notice or pay attention to. Like, I've been in college classes where a professor knew this is what my seizures look like and still didn't call for help for me. And I was in a seizure for a longer amount of time than I should have been. So it's one of those things that they used to be referred to as absent seizures. or petite mal seizures. So I hope that kind of helps explain it a little better.
Yeah, the petite mal, I think, is what most people know it as that are used to.
Yeah, that's what I've heard it as. My best friend from elementary school told me she had petite mal seizures and she had to go to a special school for high school that could handle like knowing what it looked like and everything like that.
Right. So Vicky's second part says that I wasn't worried about so many things that Black people and women have to worry about in a more blended environment, being shunned, criticized, fetishized, and flat out tested. Yeah, so I have a video coming out tomorrow about stereotypes for diversity in writing that is a collab with the lovely Marissa Mohi, my fellow Oklahomian out there. I was so thankful to be able to do that with her, and I talk about that. So to kind of give you guys like a little tidbit of that, I talk about how especially in film, we over sexualize Black women. And so when you are a white writer writing like erotica with Black main characters, you have to think about that, because that is a stereotype that you're perpetuating for us, because for a lot of times it was that Black men and women were over sexualized. That's why Black boys were hung for even looking at white women, because they're these sexual beings and these things. That's why Sarah Bartman's body was put on display across Europe, because of this over sexualizing this idea that we are not the same as our Caucasian counterparts. That's why when Black women talk about rape, we talk about how women aren't believed when rape. The science and the numbers behind how little Black women are believed in that category is so great. So when we do these things, we have to be aware of the fact that there are other connotations with this skin color that we don't understand because we're not in that category. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand and agree with what you're saying there, because again, people don't think about that. When you are writing, a lot of people don't think about when you're writing biracial relationships, that a lot of times those stories can be fetishized stories. Like they can be those slave master slave love stories. Like, y'all, this is a real thing that people write and don't realize that we don't think it's okay for kidnappers to be in love with the people that the kidnapped, to be in love with their kidnappers. We call that Stockholm syndrome. Why do we think it's okay for slaves, people who are beat and treated like animals, to fall in love with these slave masters and write that as a story? Like, come on, y'all. Not y'all, because I know it's not y'all, but you know, those are things that when you're thinking about diversity in writing, you have to think about. You know what I mean? Like that you have to think about. When you're writing a disabled character, you can't make it so that whatever is going on magically cures them of their disability. Because that's telling disabled characters that there's telling disabled readers that there's something that about them that needs to be changed. No, there's nothing about a Black person that needs to be changed. There's nothing about a queer person that needs to be changed. There's nothing about a disabled person that needs to be changed. What needs to be changed is our outlook on those people. That's what needs to be changed. Not their stories, not their experiences, but how we showcase that. So, yeah, that's Cachet Soapbox for today. So y'all hear. Gosh, I hate it when my racist, homophobic grandparents try to compliment Black people who don't speak in AAV by saying, gosh, you're so articulate. Like AAV is just as valid as your Southern accent. Thank you. AAV is just as accurate as saying y'all.
Right.
Just as accurate as saying ain't.
I hate how people try to call it Ebonics and stuff like that in the South. Like that's not what it is, people. Like,
yeah, that's all I've ever heard it being called in the area that I grew up is Ebonics. But I didn't know it was called AAV until just now, honestly.
I heard it.
I've never used that term before.
Like, oh, this is so sweet. Oh, I appreciate you. So, and that's the other thing. So I know people are used to hearing it called Ebonics. Like, I know that is a thing because that was the term for one, ebony being Black, onyx being phonics, the way that we speak. So the way the Black people speak. AVE is the technical term. It is the term in which Black people have worked to coin a phrase for how we speak so that people stop seeing it as this lower form of speech. So I understand that people don't know about it, which is why I dropped the actual name for it so that people knew what we were discussing. So I completely get not knowing that. I just need you to say that your name is super cute. Gosh, I love names that mean fruit. That is awesome. Or cis straight white women writing gay lovers. Ask somebody, because that is not how. Okay, yes. I've been so sick of that. The male and male romance is written by straight white women, y'all. And I just be like, why? How do you know? You don't have none of this equipment. You don't live in none. Like, how do you write this story and people just be eating it up? Like, I can't buy the book because I don't feel like you can tell the story right. I feel like I'm being bamboozled. I feel like I'm being bamboozled.
I started writing one scene with that, and I was like, I don't know how women write full books with this because I am struggling with one scene.
Right? Like, it's like, how do you try to keep this up the whole book, this whole lifestyle that you have no idea about? Like, come on. Like, sensitivity readers can only carry you so far, bro. Like, there's only so much a sensitivity reader can do. Like, they're not trying to give you their whole life story to help you write your dang book. Like, that's not a thing. It's not.
I tried asking Jordan for help with it too, and he's like, I'll wait till you're done with the scene and then I'll read it. I'm like, no, but I need help right now.
I need you to help me. I need you to help me. Interesting posts floated around about how empowering female characters are different by race. A Black woman granted the space to be soft and cared for is empowering rather than having to be strong.
Thank you.
Can we say that? I am tired of these Black characters that always have to go through stuff and come out. Like, no. Like, that's another thing in the video I'll talk about. I'm sick of the mad Black woman trope. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it because here's the thing. We don't get to be mad Black women in public.
Yeah.
So when you write these characters that get to go off on white people whenever they piss them off, that's not how our lives are. We don't go off on every white person that gives us a microaggression. If we did, we would be very angry constantly.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing would get done.
Nothing would get done because we'd be fighting all the time.
Right.
So when you do this, like, oh, she gonna go off because that's how a Black woman go off. No, it isn't.
No, half the time we just suck it up and just
we sit there because the thing that people don't realize about being Black that we have to do a lot of times is we are a representative for our race at all times. Whenever we go somewhere, someone is always looking at us like that Black person. So we can't just act crazy. We can't just go off. You can't just walk up and touch my hair and I'd be like, I can't just cuss you out like I want to. I can't just act the way like I want to. Because all anybody is going to see is this Black woman who went off, not this person who invaded her space and touched her person. Mm-hmm. That's not a thing that happens. So, again, when you're writing that, right, like,
the only time that happens is if we've had enough.
Right.
That is like a boiling point. But it has to build basically before we explode.
Right. It's a thing. So it's like right. It's like you deal with it for a while, and then shit hits the fan. Legitimately, that's what happens, right? I'm a bi girl trying to write a gay character. I'm doing tons of research. Thank you, because you still understand that your experience is not the same as this experience. I'm gonna just keep clapping for these comments. Gracie says, I absolutely love how open-minded and amazing you all in chat. I appreciate that so much. I do as well. This is making this conversation go exactly how it should. I'm loving it. It's actually my pen name. It is actually Montserrat. Am I saying that right? I don't know, Montserrat. But people call me that way because of the character of a novel with the same name. I can't believe people would even do that. Like, yeah, they do. Hello, Haley. I have not seen you in my chat before. That is a beautiful avatar, by the way. I'm gonna keep saying it, right? That is a so the chat just jumped a lot. The book is just okay. My question: how the f does someone ever think that is okay? Like, what the fuck? Where you dropped on your head is okay? Yeah, it's it. Cash, can we get that rant as a ringtone? I love it. Saying not everyone is looking to be saved. Sometimes they just want to be a hero of their own story. I agree. I agree so much. So much. About disabled characters. Yes, you are absolutely right. Yes. Emily, loving this conversation. These are some amazing points, Cash. Educate these people. Thank you.
Definitely.
Hi, Emily, another one of my Australian Auntie friends. Hey, girl. Y'all, ain't her makeup just on point? Like, I love her makeup. Like, it's giving me, like, Morticia vibes so much. And I love it because Morticia was that. Yeah, she is one of my favorites growing up. Shout it to the rooftops. I say y'all and ain't like nobody's business, and I don't apologize for it. Right? Y'all and ain't exactly. Yes, Cache. I can't speak for people of color, of course, but when I read ADHD characters, it's always something to be cured, and it makes me want to scream that I don't need to be fixed. Exactly. There's nothing wrong. Like all it is I think what the issue I think for a lot of people is people don't want to acknowledge differences, right? And it's
Exactly.
scary to say that we're different. It's like it's something wrong with being different, and it's not. Like everybody on this screen is completely different, and that's what makes me love it so much because we have so many different schools of thought and different experiences, and we can add so much to the conversation because we're different. Like I'm cool, but y'all, if I was on the screen with like 6 other cachets, I'd get off.
You do insane.
I'd go insane. Like I'm a handful, y'all. Like I'm not an easy person to deal with. Like I got a big personality and stuff. Like 6 more of me would tire me out. Like I'd be like, ooh, you know what? Didn't nobody ask you over there? Didn't nobody ask you? Like, yeah, no, you're not gonna amen that.
I love you. I love you. I didn't say amen. I said it would tire me out too. I love you though. It would tire me out too. I love you.
So Nicole said, there's a kid here in my country who sang a song with the N-word and said he doesn't have the time to Google why it's offensive, but apologize. I want to go off on this kid. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? It's there. Let's talk about it. Here's the thing. There's this poem, and there were these 2 black dudes, and it was a spoken word poem, and it was like, you can't say it if you're not black. And whether you agree or disagree with me, I could literally give 2 F's of the word, period. Don't say it. There is no reason to say it. There is no reason to, song or not song. And I know you can edit it out because kids edit out cuss words all the time when they sing it in front of their parents. So I know you know how not to say it. So you can't say it's a part of the song. Nah, it's a respect thing. So respect people, right? Like you understand where this word comes from. You understand this connotation. Just don't do it. Simple as that. I don't call queer people that F word. I don't do that because that's not something. And for the people who are like, you say it to each other, let's start right here, right? I have friends that I say stuff to friends that if a stranger said to me we would have words, right? So you can call your friend stupid and that's okay. A stranger walking up to you and calling you stupid is not okay. You can tell your friend off about something they do. That's fine. A stranger coming up and doing it to you, it's not fine. So to say you don't understand why we can say it to each other and you aren't supposed to say it that's bullshit.
And we all don't say each other.
Right. And we don't all say it. We don't all say it. Not all black people say it. And to think that you can is wrong. It's wrong. It's just like anything else, right? Like, is it okay to call you this? Oh, this is a nickname. Is that okay? Like, you ask people before you do so. Why would you think that this word that you know as an American, y'all in other countries, okay, maybe y'all don't know. I don't know how you don't, because America is very loud and boisterous with our racism. It's very hard to miss. So I don't know how you don't know. But in this case, let me be very clear. It does not make you my friend. It does not make our relationship closer. It does not make me think I can trust you more if you say that word. If you are not black and you say that word, it actually puts a wall between me and you that we will probably never get past.
If anything, you think less of that person.
I think, right, because why would you want to say it? Like, you know how much hate is behind this word. Why would you even want to get close to saying it?
Like, Nick brought up a good point of using the R word for people that are mentally challenged.
Right. And I
Yeah.
like, okay, so here's my transparency moment. I was 16 the first time someone told me that I shouldn't say that word. And I wasn't even referring to a person, I was referring to the weather in Oklahoma. And I was like, no, it legitimately is, meaning that, like, by the definition of what this is, our weather is this. It is premature. It makes no sense. And the lady who at the time I looked up to as my mentor, I still do. She explained it to me in a way that made me change the way that I thought. And now, whenever I hear that word, I flinch because I now understand as an adult what I didn't understand at 16. I now understand how that word can affect other people. And even if that's not my intention, even if that's not what I want to do, it doesn't matter. I'm still responsible for the things I let come out of my mouth. I'm still responsible for that. And so with that, you have to be careful of that. So don't say the N word. Don't say that R word. Don't say that F word. Just don't do it. Like, it's 3 words that you don't have to say. 3 out of the whole damn language. You can't just leave 3 of them out of it. Come on now.
I have a 4th one. Don't say that B word unless y'all on that same page.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah. I don't play about that word.
Hey B, I'm like,
that's a perfect example though. That's a perfect example. Some people can talk to their friends and be like, "Hey B, hey," and that's a fine thing. You don't just walk up to a stranger and do that. You know that that's not okay. So then why would you do that with the N word? And just, okay, there we go.
All very good points.
Right. Shanita says another thing that annoys me, how if you have a black woman as a main character who enjoys sex, she's automatically labeled as a whore, but a male character is sowing his wild oats. Exactly. I hate that. I also hate that. So for me, there is this connotation with black women, specifically dark-skinned black women, with having them be Jezebel type characters that sleep with married men or betray their husbands. And although these are things that do happen, what people don't realize is in putting those in places where black dark-skinned women are the only black women to portray those, you are perpetuating another stereotype for those black women that look like me. That's why another reason why these shows that put those situations out where black women are sleeping with married men and those things that they're doing, those things are playing into that stereotype that people who watch those shows think that black women act like regularly because this is the only exposure to them they're getting.
Right.
So then that goes back to when a black woman is raped. Were you really? Are you sure you didn't? And this isn't me talking about this from a different understanding. This is me talking as a black woman who has been raped. This is me talking as someone who has dealt with this, who has had people believe me less than my white counterparts. This is coming from someone who lives in a state where a police officer has gotten over 200 years in prison because he was raping black women on the black side of town in this state, and nobody was listening to the women who were speaking up because they were black.
Horrible.
So this isn't like this. These are real situations and real things. So as writers, we have such an impact on the world, right? Because we write things and they become movies, or they become TV shows, or they become series. And in America, we intake so much visually. For us, it takes a lot of visual things for us to act on things. So we have to think about that and how we're presenting information, right? We don't need to be presenting information about queer people where all there is this struggle. All there is these things. Like, no, there are happy queer people. There are people who are loving their lives, but there are also people who are dealing with things. So there's like striking that balance, right? Like there's knowing that the white queer experience and the black queer experience are 2 different separate things. And you cannot talk about one without talking about the other. You cannot.
But again, people want to stick to like stereotypes and not do it for in detail.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. And Troy says, I am more than willing to help. No question will offend me. I am there. Here's my thing. If you want to know and you are genuine and wanting to know, I will take that step and help it. I know that every black person doesn't have that bandwidth to be able to do that. And so I don't say, I tell you, don't try to force them to do that. Don't try to do that. You know, if there are some that are open, I happen to be one of those that are open. Reach out to me. If I can't handle it, if it's something that I can't do, I will gladly tell you that I can't. Because wisdom does live here sometimes, occasionally. I know y'all see me on the 12-hour streams and be like, what is she doing with her life? And then the next day I'm asking myself the same question. So sometimes common sense lives here and I use wisdom, and I will take myself away from something that might be pulling at me. But I do think when you do have people like me, like Charlie, who are willing to help, like, use those resources. Use those people who are willing to help, because we want to see ourselves represented properly. We want to see that. Like, we would love to see that. I wish I had more books with Black women in my house, and I don't. I wish I had more books with Black queer characters in my house, and I don't. And I'm building up my library to do that, but it also means we got to be writing about it for me to have it, right?
Right.
And the lack of female stories, I'm like, y'all, that is a real thing. Like, it does focus a lot on male relationships and not female, and I've always wondered that. Doesn't have time to Google what, right?
I feel like when it comes to male and female, generally speaking, at least where I grew up, people view male as more taboo than female. So that's why there's more of it coming out now. Is because it's like, I feel like female will be the next one that's like a big influx of books that are going to be coming out. That it's going to be female. Yeah. I don't know.
I would definitely like to see the change happen. As long as
it's not written by like straight white men, I am here for it.
Say that again.
As long as like the female relationships aren't written by straight white men, I am here for it.
Right, man, right? Like, just do the opposite of what they already doing. Like, come on, y'all. Words of the West says, same with autistic characters as being something that needs to be cured. Autistic characters are often portrayed as being cute or weird, but being autistic is just my normal. I don't need to change. You don't need to change. And one of the greatest shows that I watched, it was a Kiefer Sutherland show where he had a son who was autistic, and his son could understand numbers and could speak with numbers and make things happen. And it was a really good show. I will think of the name of it and probably tweet about it or Instagram about it or something so I can tell you about it. But it's a really, really great show. I suggest it for anybody wanting to look at that. I think that it showcased autism to me in a way I'd never seen before. And it helped me to understand, like, because the character is nonverbal. He doesn't speak the whole time. I think he speaks maybe once at like the end of the second season. He uses numbers to communicate the entire time. And it's so dope, especially for me because I'm a numbers person. So I definitely suggest that numbers. I definitely suggest it. Vicky says, some people take that stuff as instruction. I'm like, girl, you gonna hurt somebody. Very true. Grace says, please ask if you have questions about diversity. I'm an open book and so willing to chat with people. Yes. This is one of those streams that I'm going to play back and watch over and over again. Yay! Being quiet doesn't make you any less strong. That part.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. Say that. I'm going to read that twice. Being quiet doesn't make you any less strong. I needed to hear that because I have been dealing with situations in which I have been told to be quiet. And I've been having a hard time with it because I've been feeling like it equates to me being weak. And seeing those words, even now, that just, Haley, I don't know where you came from, but I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you came in here tonight. I'm so glad. Okay, let's make sure. Female is also treated as a male fantasy, therefore not threatening. Very true, very true. Maureen from Rent, right. Maureen, yep. Everybody talking about Maureen. Yep, right. I missed it. What R word? Sorry, don't mean to be ignorant. I'm honestly lost. Okay, no offense to anybody. The R word that we're talking about is retarded. And not using that word. Like I said, it's something that I have not been using since I was a teenager because someone brought it to my attention, but it's not something that I understood why it was offensive until I became an adult. So that's the word that we're referring to.
Unless you were saying mentally or physically trying to describe that type of problem they have, that's not an okay word.
Right, and even then, there's definitely we're writers. We have so much better grasp of the language than to do that, right?
Right, you don't even use those words.
I more
So when
prefer
you
German
look for it outside
right
the
now.
country, it's kind of stolen, right? Okay, I need that rant as a ringtone. Okay, I got you. Also, if any part of this conversation is uncomfortable for you, ask yourself why. Explore that growth from it. Very true, Gorgeous. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. You here, you into. Come on, show some love. I love y'all. There's like so many words in the dictionary. It's not that hard. I agree. Preach, right? If it's not a part of your everyday vocabulary, it'll never slip out of your mouth. That is true. I hate when people are like, I don't usually say, nah, you do. You just don't usually get caught saying it. That's the issue.
And when you go
Because
on
that word don't just slip out.
and when you go on stream and start talking about certain things and just slip it in like it's nothing else, you know,
I had to go off on somebody the other day because I said the F word in my presence, and I was like, nuh-uh, honey.
No.
Right, okay,
Not
now
in
I'm
the
getting
nice
all
way.
these comments that I like missed, y'all, because everybody's gonna. Whereas this community is so great. I just need to say how much I appreciate each and every one of you. We appreciate you too. So glad that you're here. So glad that you're very welcome, Haley. You're very welcome. Research is power, and there's so many primary resources because of social media. I'll say that. Like when I had to research when I was younger, it was the library and encyclopedias. Like you can legit search stuff from your phone. Like I don't understand. Like people don't like the Google is free comment, but it is. It was created so you could find answers to questions that you have. Use it.
Even YouTube. YouTube's a good resource too.
YouTube is a great resource. I done learned so much from YouTube. I mean, I know somebody's learning something from this live stream right now.
I'm devil's advocate here though and say not all countries have the access to things we do.
I will say that. I will agree with that. So that is more so a primarily American thing. I don't know. I don't know that Google is restricted in other countries, so I can't speak on that. I know that social media is restricted in other countries. I know that. I don't necessarily know about Google. So
Google is because if I don't have my VPN on, there's a lot of things on Google I cannot research that I would have been able to research back home.
So there's restrictions to Google, but it's still accessible. Okay.
I mean, it's still accessible, but there's a lot of restrictions. Like there's a lot of things that, like, if I try to research the conversation we're having now, I might not have all the access that I would if I was back home. I would have to put a VPN to get the same type of information, whereas here it's a little bit more restricted.
Okay.
So social media and Google are restricted in other countries.
Okay. That's good to know. I did not know that. Hi, Grace. It's so nice to see you. Where are you coming from? Because you're saying afternoon, and it's like about to be midnight my time, and I realize that we haven't done another sprint, so we're about to do another sprint after I get through these comments. But she said, I love your rant so much. Yes, Cache, go off, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. People are different. Difference is what makes our characters interesting. I agree. Yeah, and Em is here. We live in a free country where we have rights to speak our opinion. I guess some people forgot that statement was for everyone. Exactly. The world couldn't handle 6 of me. They could not. It is true. They could not. Yeah, just catch the naked fire melon. Yeah, Cash is a lot. I know, right? Just over there. Just, yeah. Treat people with respect. That is such a thing. I live with Tourette's. I grew up with people praying the devil out of me and begging God to heal me. Do you know how many people done told me that I have epilepsy because of sin in my life? Y'all don't get out of my face. Like, if y'all don't, yeah. I hate it when people say it with an A instead of a hard R, and it's like it's not racist. You're still implying the word, and you're not black, so no. Thank you. But when I said it with the A, I don't care if you said it with the A or the R. Don't say it. I don't want to hear a nothing.
I don't care if you added a whole brand new letter.
I want to hear nada. Not a damn word. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. Let's see.
Say how much is not even a part of my vocabulary. I don't even like talking Spanish and saying black in Spanish because it sounds too much like the word.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it goes back to it's not your vocabulary.
I hate the R word too. Nope. Even in Australia, we knew back at high school that word was absolutely unacceptable. See, and that's the thing. So this is why I don't ever get the whole being ignorant argument, right? Because I was homeschooled for 5 years, and in the last 2 years I was homeschooled, I went to a co-op with homeschooled white children. Now, I was one of the only people that ever went to public school, period, These were people who have been homeschooled their whole life. Do you know I never experienced racism? I never had to worry about the N word. I never had to. So it's not about being ignorant, because these are people who never went to school with people of color until me. And I never had that issue. So yeah, when people are like, "Oh, they're ignorant, people just don't know." No, you just don't care. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Like, nobody can tell me they don't know what the connotation of the N word is in America. Yes, you do. Because they can't say it on screen. They can't say it. Like, you can't do it. Like, it's N-word on newscasts because they can't say the word.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered something I saw on the news today. The Washington Redskins football team is no longer the Washington Redskins. They got rid of the name.
Finally.
And it's to be announced what the new name is.
Nike and Adidas and all kinds of other big name companies are pulling their stuff from them and 3 other teams.
I'm pretty sure it's been in the works for a while, because they've already said they have names that they've been that are like,
yeah, because it should have been in the works for a while. It's something that's been talked about for years. Yeah. I remember being a kid and it being talked about.
I was in high school when they were still talking about that.
I want to say like 2 years ago, they got really serious about it though, because my ex-boyfriend is a huge Redskins fan, and he was so mad that they were changing it, because he was like, "You're native, is that offensive?" I was like, "Yeah, a little." Like, yeah. So
I'll be right back.
Yeah, like I don't even like the Braves, even though it's supposed to be a good thing. Like, I don't want any.
I don't think we should be using any race of people as a mascot.
No.
I think Alan announced that they're also changing the name on the lollies that they'd named like certain things that were racial stereotypes after some of their lollies. So that's nice to see as well.
That's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. Matilda says, "I'm an immigrant who grew up learning about different cultures and was taught to respect other races, and I've always been anti-racism and very inclusive. I make sure to be informed and listen." That last part, listen, right? Like, sometimes we get so caught up in wanting to be heard because we have thoughts and viewpoints on this situation, and sometimes it's just really good to sit back and listen to what people are saying and intake information rather than trying to give it out, right?
Exactly.
As an autistic person, Alice Cho, thank you for joining. It's so glad to see you here. Says, as an autistic person, I've had people use the R word towards me, and I try to explain it as a slur. It is one, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hate that people. I hate when people say words. They're just words, because they're not just words. As writers, we know they're not just words. We understand that they have power. And so I'm so sorry that happened to you. Welcome to my channel where we lift up and edify and build community. So you gonna feel great after you leave here, because we're not ever gonna use that word. We're not ever gonna refer to you as that, because I'm pretty sure you're a talented creative writer who got a book that needs to come out.
So yeah, we always support you. I'm here.
Always. And then Rebecca had to leave us. Hopefully you get to see the replay. We're saying bye. You're such an awesome person. So glad that you were here in the comments. There's a lot of things that are wrong in this world, and when people are corrected, they claim they don't know it's wrong. That's very true. People do not like to be corrected, and unfortunately, that's what needs to happen. You know what I mean? Hey to everyone that greeted me. Sorry, I'm doing my makeup, not totally paying attention to the chat. Yeah, if you do, because you probably gonna look fierce when you do it. I can't wait to see the Instagram story. Haley says, I've been partnered with my school special needs program to help create inclusion, and I hate that R word with the burning passion. And I literally stop people and tell them not to say that. That is great. That is so great when people take the time to correct people. Like, it's uncomfortable, right? It's really uncomfortable sometimes to correct people on their problematic behavior, because you don't know how they're going to take it. But when you step outside yourself to do that, you are showing yourself to be that ally that people claim to be, right? You're showing yourself to actually be putting yourself in those uncomfortable positions, and we appreciate you so much. And it says, I hate the Jezebel stereotype of bisexual and pan people. Right? Right? This whole they can't control themselves. Like, no, that's not it. Amber says, the N-word, F-word, R-word should all be stricken from our vocabulary in my mind. They're all degrading now. The history of nothing but bad. We live in a world where technology can provide research on things we don't know, and some say they don't know. Right? Like, you can research things. Let's see. Oh wait, hold on. I was on Pinterest trying to find pictures for character profiles, and it blew my mind how difficult it is to find black fantasy queen art. It is. Okay, y'all, just the next time y'all do it, see how many white author tubers come up when you Google black author tuber. Now, those of us on the screen have been working really hard to use the hashtag to create it so that we can be found, but just go see how hard it is to find black author tubers. Which is hence the whole point of the tag, because you type in black and you don't get black people, even though you specified black. You can type in African American and still not get black people in your search. It does not make any sense, right? At all. Right. So that was what I was doing. I was using it to talk about the weather, and even in that, when someone corrected me, I remember arguing my point with them about it. But again, 16, didn't know no better, and now it's again for me. I had to look at it just the way I look at the N-word. Just don't say it if it doesn't have anything to do with you. So don't use it. So yeah, not to say anything about what you're saying, but no, I definitely understand when you use it not referring to a person but referring to a thing. So that's mine.
But it still has a negative connotation to it.
Exactly.
Just don't use it at all.
Pucks and Paperback says, I just read You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. Great female romance written by a black author with a black main character and discusses sickle cell disease. Ooh, all right, let's write that down. Write that down. You should see me.
I know, I wrote that down the second I saw it.
Yeah, You Should See Me in a Crown. I'm glad we got at least 3 sprints in already, because I know we just been talking, so I do apologize, y'all.
No,
Kashmiri's had a lot to say about all of this, as you can see. And y'all have had a lot to say, and I'm trying to get it. I cringe when people say to me, but you don't seem autistic. I don't seem autistic because you don't know enough about autistic women. Say that. You don't act like black people. Do I? Do you really know black people to know how I act? Like, She-Ra is the best show I've seen recently when it comes to diversity and inclusivity. It's amazing. There's an autistic character that was animated by an autistic animator. Oh, wow.
I did not know
That's
that.
awesome. I really did love An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. It's a portrayal of the female protagonist, person of color girlfriend, put to words that reality of having to ambassador all of black people well. Really good book. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. Okay, let me write that down too. Yeah, y'all seeing me write stuff down on screen. It's okay.
I heard you guys talking about She-Ra a second ago. If you want an anime that's really good with diversity, you guys got to watch The Dragon Prince.
Oh, I started watching that.
It's super. It's got a ton of diversity in it. There's and it's really good too. But there's 2 queens that are married that run a whole country together, and there's these elves that are a gay couple that are like warriors, and they go fight together. And yeah, there's a female general that's deaf and speaks in sign language on the anime. It's really cool. It's really good. Diverse.
Oh, that's awesome.
I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, that's right. The same people that did Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You said The Dragon Prince?
Yep. It's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Hi, Grace. I love your avatar. Grace just stopped in wanting to say hello. Stuck working on an argument paper for our English course. We would rather you be working on your work in progress set, but get your schoolwork done. We're going to encourage you to get that school stuff.
Sooner you get that done, sooner you can get to your work in progress.
True.
Touch. That's what it's called. Touch. That is the name of the show. Touch. It only had 2 seasons. It was so amazing. It was amazing. I loved it, though. Cache Soapbox, it is a thing. Charlie says, I'll add on to the Maureen issue. It's also the way both her girlfriend and her ex talk about her bisexuality being the cause of anything she does wrong. That is a huge part of the issue with that bi rep. Great point. I think that even in situations where, so at one point in time, I had a girlfriend, And in that relationship, there was a lot of connotations or questions because she was the only girl I'd ever dated. So it was like but you like guys and and it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I like you and I want to be with you and I'm working on that. Like, so let's focus on that. We can't focus on who I used to date or was dating before you. Like, I can't, you got me. Focus on me right now. Like, that's all I can tell you. So I feel that, like, every time I did something, well, it's because you like, dude. Well, you knew that when you started talking to me. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You know, so I get that completely.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you, Cash. Your brother next to you made a weird face right when you said it. I thought he was like,
I don't know why. He already knew this. I don't know why he acting like this. He already knew this. Cash, your new album should just be ringtones. I know, right? It should just be an EP full of ringtones. Whatever is Cache stream, it's a place to ring. It is. We're here for a not a damn word. Exactly. Like, no, for real, we were. Comment on silence being strength. Sometimes it's the quiet ones that notice the injustice having the inner strength to make a difference. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, Nicole. Say that then. Oh, Charlie had to leave. Her hubby is home. So glad you were here. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. It would also be nice if in K through 12 books, we read books with diverse authors as well. Man, say that, because who did I have? I had Christopher Paul Curtis and Mildred D. Taylor. And that's who I had. And that was the end all be all for my diverse authors when I was a kid. So I definitely agree with that. Vicky says, here's something lighthearted to think about. Edward didn't have any more blood of his own in his body, but Bella had a kid. We just gonna keep going. We just gonna keep going. The way the Redskins changed their name so quickly after corporations pressured them when indigenous people have been saying it to change for years. Right. Like, it's like, what makes you, come on now. People have been asking for this change for decades. At Ricky, do not refer to that trash. That is not literature. What is it?
Twilight.
Oh, that's funny. At Vicky, right. There's a difference between listening and hearing. There is. Something that people should know that we should listen, not just hear. I agree. I need to be informed and listen on a shirt in huge font. Maybe then people will get the message. I love it. I hate to leave. I love your streams, but I have to get going. I have something special tomorrow. Yes, you do. Autumn is streaming in the morning, so you need to go check out her channel. I will definitely be in the comments showing her all kind of love. Thank you so much for being here. Go get your sleep. Catch those Z's. Self-care is the best care.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And Mary says, that's exactly what I've been doing. Sitting here soaking up the conversation like a sponge. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Mary, that just made me so happy. We love you all. That's awesome. When they chose the name for the Washington Redskins, they named it that to honor a head coach who was Indian. An Indian designed their logo, and their descendants don't want the name changed. And his descendants don't want the name changed. Interesting. I still feel like there are other ways you could have honored that man without doing that.
All right, these are name.
There are so many different things that you could have done other than focus on red skin. Like, I do think that honoring that is awesome, and I think the meaning behind it is, I think it's still a very whitewashed way to honor somebody. Because if I was going to honor a Native American coach, it wouldn't be to call my team the Redskins.
I don't feel like that's honoring the coach either, to call him a red.
No,
Like,
I feel like it's more insult.
Like that.
Right.
It's so disrespectful.
Just because I'm paying does not mean I'm going to jump the bones of the first person I see. F off with that issue. Thank you. 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 I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay, so you see that? Yesterday I said the N-word casually, but I'm a completely different person today. And now that I've been caught, I've learned and grown. I will apologize once or twice and then go back to normal. That is how they act. That is how they act. Seriously, it's a thing. It's ridiculous. I recently swapped over from Goodreads to the Story Graph, and it makes so much easier to find diverse books. It's still in beta, but recommend the Story Graph. Another thing for me to write down.
Yeah.
I like how we're all moving to write down. Everybody like, the story graph.
We need to find more diverse book.
Agreed.
For the Naked Firefly, who has a book coming out on July 22nd, the story graph might be where we need to go and put our reviews for that book. Black artwork is made less and promoted and shown less. It breaks my heart how excited I get when I see art tube drawn by Black people. Same. When I found Black artists connected on Facebook and found over 10,000 Black artists showing their work, like crazy. Like I stay on that page just to get my Black boy joy, Black girl magic moments in because it's great to see it. It's great. Alicia, this chat has definitely helped me reflect on writing. So even with less sprints, it's a great stream. Yay! I'm glad. Yes, Dragon Prince is amazing. Anyone else excited for A Song of Wraith and Ruin? I've got my copy, but I need my. I'm excited for it. I watched a video that they shot on how they created the cover, and as a photographer, I fell in love with the whole thing. And I was like, I gotta read this book. The real ASL in the Dragon Prince is great. Yes, I've heard great things about it. When some guy literally said he liked me because I'm basically a whitewashed Asian and not over the top Asian, but not to be rude. Wow.
Damn.
Isn't it crazy to brave stuff people say to people's faces and stuff?
Right.
You gotta be brave. Ashley has to go. Had so much fun. So glad you made it. Mama says, loving the discussion. Usually I keep typing in between sprints and just listen in, but I've been glued to this screen. Yay! It was called Touch. Love that show. It was so sad it got right. I'm so glad it's sad it got canceled. Not to be rude, my ass. Right. They always mean to be rude, but don't want to take responsibility for it. Facts. Let's see. I have a friend who says both the F word and the N word. It pisses me off. He's learned not to say the crap in front of me. I will call him on his ish. That's what we have to do, right? We have to be those people that call people out on it. It does. I know a lot of lesbians that won't date bi people, and I'm like, yeah. I think so. I don't know how to talk about that specifically because I don't know the lines where people's preferences and then people's phobias come into play into that. Because I know before I ever dated a girl, I was like, I don't want to date someone that's bi because I don't want to be like, I don't know if you're looking at them or somebody else. I don't want the extra competition. It's one thing to be like, ooh, other women might catch your eye, but then I got to worry about men too. Then it's like, dang, I got twice the competition. That was my thought, right? And then got into the relationship, and I was just like, no, when you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be focused on the person that you're with. So in that capacity, then don't get in a relationship and you don't have to worry about those issues, right? And that was when my mindset and thought process on that changed. So I definitely think it's a conversation that has to be had at times because people do have those issues in what they want to date and what they don't. And I think part of the reason people have the issues is because we don't do what? We don't talk about it.
And when we do talk about it, it's in the stereotypes.
It's in the stereotype way. It's not in the, okay, let's be real right now. So let's talk about, hey, I like this and I like this and this is how I feel. Like if we had more conversations like that, it'd be easier. So Charlotte, we're going to have to do one of those streams. One of these.
I have a fun time with Jordan because I'm bi and he's pan, and so we can talk about all the cute men and all the cute women together because we both like both.
Yeah.
It's funny because we be like, well, I don't like that guy because he's too this. And Jordan's like, well, I don't like that girl because she's too this.
That is too really awesome. Funny. That is cool.
I love
Grace says, hi, I agree. Thank you. And it's final week for me, so I'm almost free, just surviving. Hope you all have a good week. Well, congratulations on making it to finals week. You are going to do more than survive. You are going to thrive, and you are going to ace those exams. We are rooting you on. Grace, you got this, girl. You got it. And Alicia says, as a lesbian, I'm like, if you cute and I'm gay for you, then I don't give a F if you like guys too. Right. Bud Not Buddy was my book. It was my book. I loved it. My name is Bud, not Buddy. I loved it. I asked why there weren't any LGBT plus representation in middle grade, and I was told it was inappropriate.
Yep.
Wow. She says, I swear I can't wait for the panel on diversity at the Evergreen Oasis. This discussion has been so amazing. I bet the discussion on that panel is going to be out of this world. And actually, that is part of the reason why I had these questions. So what I'm going to do is, since we only have 2 hours on that day, and you guys want a nighttime self-care Saturday, I'm going to do a follow-up stream before August 9th because I got this unlimited stream time where we can actually just go more into depth about talking about diversity in writing. So some of those same panelists who were there and then a few other people who I'm going to reach out to are going to be a part of that with me. So yes, it's definitely going to be a thing. We're going to be talking about diversity in writing all July if you mess around and be following Cachet's channel like it's a thing. Jay says, I correct my younger cousins when they call random stuff gay just because they think it's weird, and they're good as soon as I explain why and am that way about other things as well. That's part 1. Where did part 2 go? Let me catch it. And when I question if I'm treating someone right, sometimes I just ask myself if my younger cousins would be this way with this person. One of them has a learning disability, and the younger cousins grew up as seeing them as not different than anybody else at all. Okay, I like that. I like that. Bookie just says, I'm going to rewatch this and make a full page of quotes. I shall post the wisdom to Insta with credit, of course. That would be awesome. Definitely post it because I would definitely repost it for sure. Alicia says, I have a Word doc of 198 words and notes based off this convo, and words are words. That makes me so happy. That is awesome. Jay says, I remember when it first hit me that all the main characters I was reading were white, which just made me so sad because I realized I couldn't find any indigenous main character YA books. That is like, and for me, I know my experience was very different because my grandmother didn't really allow us to not have books with Black characters. It actually took a lot of garage sales to get the collection of the Babysitters Club books that I had. And that only came when they added a Black Babysitter Club member. Then she was like, oh, okay, you can read this now. Because she was very big on that. But I know there are a lot of Black children that don't grow up in homes like that with parents that go out and look for those books. They just read the books they read in school. And in school, there's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of diversity in there. Because we think about the classics, and there was not a lot of diversity in the classics, right? Right, because we consider the classics to be those written by Caucasian people a lot of times, right? Instead of things that include what should be classic, right? So something to think about. Bookish Obsession says, in school, the Mexican boys would catcall me because I'm Mexican American but white passing. They would deny my being Mexican because I wasn't as Mexican as them and it didn't fit their fantasy. That is definitely true. There are struggles with being mixed race that I cannot begin to understand and imagine. So I definitely understand that. I think since I don't have Instagram, don't really keep up with social media. Who thinks I should get one? Cache thinks you should get Instagram so I can follow you. I do. She says, I identify as sapiosexual, meaning I'm more attracted to intelligent people regardless of gender. Okay. I want to be a sapiosexual. I want to be attracted to people's smartness. I was researching braiding because one of my characters is a POC and so many white people came up in videos, which don't even really make sense to me. Interesting. Yeah. If you need some YouTube people to look at, you said what?
I gotta hop out the stream here in a minute. I just want to let you know.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else need to? So if you do, we can just do a round of outros. I don't want anyone to miss anybody if anybody needs to go. Okay. All right. My bad, y'all.
I didn't want to just disappear without saying anything.
No, you're
fine.
You are fine. You're fine. Cash is ready to be like, and another thing. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, y'all. It is almost been 3 hours. I won't hold y'all too much longer. Let's go ahead and let me remove this banner. Okay, so all right, let's just go ahead and start with outros. So we'll start with Meadow and work our way up.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Meadow Lamoureux. I write new adult, urban fantasy, mystery, and LGBTQ plus also. I haven't been mentioning that, and I don't know why, because most of my characters are LGBT. So yeah, and I'm also starting in August. Me and Jace are actually starting our own editing business. So we offer copy editing and proofreading to start out, but we are working on expanding the services that we can offer in the future. So if you are interested in either of those services and want to hire us, let us know. Oh, my food's done. um, yeah, that's all I have to say. Today I was working on proofreading for the Naked Firefly over here, so I
Ooh.
think I'm going to finish this chapter I'm on, and then I'm going to get ready for bed. So, thank you for having me on the stream.
Good night.
Right.
Thanks. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Alright, bye. You would be next to Naked Firefly. You would be the next person to do that outro.
Put on the
She's like,
spot.
no.
I thought you would just let her do her outro, just so that she could go. And I thought maybe you'd have just jumped back up and done Grayson, but I see that.
I definitely said we're gonna start with the bottom and work our way up. I said that. It's okay. It's
Nice try,
okay.
though.
I am the Naked Firefly. I write romance, mystery, middle grade fantasy, and women's fiction. And I have a book coming out July 22nd. It's called The Healer's Love under the pen name Kira L. Rose. And just a lot of things are happening. I will be taking a break in August. If you want to sign up for my Patreon to see the things that I'll be submitting there during that month, and go ahead. I have a stream every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern over on my channel. And there's something else. I don't remember.
Your podcast.
The podcast, Brown Sugar, Honey, and Gold podcast every first, second, and fourth Monday of the month. And I believe that's it. I think.
Guided meditation.
And I just.
There's a list.
We got
There's a whole
Okay,
list.
before you continue, ain't this love, y'all? Ain't that love? Like everybody on here is like, nope, you got this. Nope, you got this. You better say what you got. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Great. Okay. So I have a 2-minute guided meditation over on my channel. And for the writing retreat, I actually have a 10-minute guided meditation. And I will be adding some more to my channel later on. And I feel like there's something else. Cash, is there something else? Anybody, is there something else? I think that's it. That's it.
I think
No, you're good. You got it. You're good. You got it.
Which way are we going?
Charlotte.
Whoever want to go next, just somewhere in the second row, somebody start.
Go, Charlotte.
Whoops.
That's all, y'all.
Go, Jack.
Tried to unmute and accidentally hid my camera.
I've been over here talking the whole time on mute. Okay, it's whatever. Apparently Charlotte doesn't want to go next. So
I mean, I can. I was trying to. Yep. This is my standard.
it is so fine. I love it. I love it.
I was gonna say I don't have like a set outro thing because like I don't know. I haven't done a lot of streams where we do these. But you can find me around. I'm Charlotte Armstrong, and I just a general air of chaos follows me wherever I go. So just look for anything like that happening, and I'll probably be there.
All right. Hi guys, I'm Amber Crafts. I write paranormal romance. Unknown Love is available on Amazon in ebook and paperback form. Make sure you get your copy that says Amber Craft because that will soon be changing. Things are happening. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern on my channel, and I am starting a podcast called The Afterthought in August. So if you have published any form of work, find me on Facebook or Twitter, any of my social media, and all that's on my channel listed below. And I just added some new merch to my Threadless store, so go check that out as well.
Ooh.
That's right.
Wrong way.
I'm the Blind Maids. On my channel, I cover arcane, magic, and mythology, and also read my own poems. I'm a dark poet. I write fantasy, paranormal, and I also am trying to do a podcast Autogram with Lauren called Fire Ice Reviews, and working on a poetry collection of dark character poems for Disney characters.
Where can they find your writing?
Oh, you can find my writing on my blog called Machine Tales, and also New York.
I'm next.
Yep.
Lauren. My channel is Divided by Sight, and I cover blind awareness. I'm also a poet, fantasy writer, and paranormal romance. Like Nicole said, we are starting a podcast in August called Fire and Ice, and on there we're going to be reviewing all different types of media, discussing diversity, our opinions, ableism, other good stuff. And you can find me on Instagram, Lauren Adele 1987. And yeah, that's it.
What about your book? What you working on?
The one that me and you were writing together.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole and I are finishing a paranormal romance book series called Hunted, and the first book is called The Immortal Kiss. Oh, and I have Patreon, sorry. I keep forgetting to tell people that.
Like I said, you have a list. It's okay.
Yep. Alright, Grayson, you can go.
Alright, and I'll be doing Grayson's outro for him because I am the little sister taking over for the big brother today. And so my big brother Grayson has a channel that you need to go check out. He writes with pride and is going to be talking about his journey as a trans man and what goes on with that. So you definitely need to check that out as this Black King is going on his journey. Definitely check out his channel. It is in the description box below. He is working on a fantasy novel and I cannot wait to read it. We have got to do some critiquing and I'm excited for where it's going. So go check out his channel. Go give him some love. It's a whole thing, right? And I am Cache. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I'm also one of the co-organizers of this weekend's Evergreen Writing Oasis Virtual Writing Retreat. It will be happening tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. I will be hosting the diversity panel on Sunday, so you got a little preview of what's going to be going on Saturday. I mean, yeah, Saturday night, like 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, right? It will be getting started at about 3. I want to say the first panel, the opening panel for everything is 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So definitely check that out. Also, again, there will be replays. It will be replayable. So don't worry about it if you miss it. You can always catch it later. I have a short story coming out on my blog tomorrow, Penelope's Curve. I'm so excited for you guys to read it. So if you have not subscribed to my blog, I will put it in the comments again so that you have a chance to do that. What else? I will be doing a late night self-care Saturday. So Charlotte, if you want to join me for a self-care Saturday, let me know. It'll be more accessible to my Australian AuthorTuber friends. So definitely check that out. Art Therapy is a critique group that me, Amber Meadow, and Jace are starting in August. We will have our first one come up here in July, so you guys get kind of a taste of what it's going to be like and get to see how we work together to put this together. The forum will be coming out next week as well for you guys to sign up if you are wanting to do that. So definitely catch that. The Healer's Love comes out July 22nd. Final Harvest comes out August 1st. Sarah Keysburg comes out September 3rd, did she say? First, September 1st. So there's a lot of books coming out in the AuthorTube community. Definitely check them out. We've been here for over 3 hours, so I'm going to let y'all go get y'all some sleep, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Hold on. I just seen a message about something. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I just thought I had to. That was an announcement. I forgot. I thought it was. Oh, no, let me put this in here real quick. So
Oh, you're
just
blocked.
in case y'all miss it, there you go. Respectmyartistry.wordpress.com. Definitely check it out. Actually, I said tips. I definitely said tips. I definitely said tips. I didn't say that other word. Definitely said tips. Definitely said tips. We are not even gonna highlight that at all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Appreciate you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys Saturday. I'll see you guys Sunday. I'm gonna see y'all this entire weekend. So just get ready to see more Cachet because I know you love this face.
Lots of now.
I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Write all the words. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.